Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Drop channel, and this is my first impressions look on the Nike Cosmic Unity 3. So unfortunately, they did increase the price by $10 from the Cosmic Unity 2. The Cosmic Unity 2 was a very good performer, and as you guys all know, the Cosmic Unity line, it's been pretty good, and it's kind of been the recycled shoe model. So the Cosmic Unity 3 retails for 170 bucks, and then the Cosmic Unity 2 retailed for 160 bucks, but it's on sale for like 110 bucks. So if you guys do want to cop either of these shoes, I'll try to leave an affiliate link in the description box. But let's get it started off with the Tracciones. And the traction on the shoe is quite interesting, right? So we have like 4 circle shapes here in the forefoot, and then we have 1 or I guess 2 circle shapes here in the heel, and it kind of like circles out. But it's a pretty interesting design. And the rubber is actually very, I don't know what it is with Nike. Nike has been giving us very durable outsoles, like in the Jaw 1, I guess besides the Tatum 1, but that's Jordan brand, right? But yeah, the Cosmic Unity 3, the rubber is super hard. The grooves are very, very thick and also super deep, so you should be okay. I mean, you should be good to go on an outdoor court. Also, the traction seems pretty damn good on my wood floors right now. There is a nice bite, and also there is a little bit of a squeak as well, which I do like. That has nothing to do with performance, but I like to have a nice little squeak. So, and it doesn't seem super loud as far as the squeak goes, but there is a nice little squeak there. As far as the dust pickup goes, I don't know, like the grooves aren't super close together, but it does seem to be picking up a little bit of hair, a little bit of dog hair, you know, and dust from my wood floor. So we'll have to see on the dust performance. Of course, I'm gonna need to play in these, but the overall traction performance, I'm actually pretty damn excited. It feels pretty damn good right now. And also, as you guys can see from the design, the outsole design is decoupled, right? So it's not attached from the forefoot to the heel. It's not all one piece. It's actually 2 pieces for the outsole. And we can see a little bit of the foam here, and then also we can see this plastic piece, which is a midfoot chain plate, right? So it kind of comes around from the medial side, right? And it's just this like piece that wraps around all the way here onto the lateral side, right? So that'll be good for torsional support. And as far as the heel to toe transition goes, it feels pretty smooth so far, but it is a little bit on the stiffer side of things. It feels more springy actually. So here in the heel, we have a nice rounded shape. So it's also like a fully exposed midsole, which feels pretty damn nice. It doesn't feel really clunky at all in the heel. And then in the forefoot, we have a pretty nice curve shape, not super crazy, but it's not super flat, so that feels nice. And a good amount of forefoot flex, right? So I'm actually putting a good amount of force, right? It does take a little bit of effort to actually flex the forefoot, but it also has that kind of like, oh, that was kind of loud, sorry. But it also has kind of that springiness, that rebound back. So I feel like, you know, once you get going, you do that heel to toe transition, like heel down and strides down the court, it'll probably propel you forward a little bit. It's a little bit different than the Cosmic Unity 2, which was super duper flexible. This is actually a lot easier to flex. So yeah, there's a little bit of a difference there. And now moving on to the cushioning setup, they switched it up a lot, right? So the cushioning setup here in the 3, they don't even say what it is, right? They just say foam. It just says, we inserted foam into the cushion for better like cloud-like feel. And I was like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? So it does not feel like a cloud at all, guys. Let's take out the drop-in. So yeah, it is a drop-in midsole. So as far as the design of the overall shoe goes, I really like it because usually in drop-in designs, they actually make the heel like kind of clunky. For example, in the 808 I don't know why they always do this, but like, yeah, they just cover it up with just rubber, right? And just, it's a pretty clunky feeling. Doesn't feel terrible, but like it's a little bit of a clunker for heel to toe transition when you're doing heel dominant strides, right? So I really like what they did for the Cosmic Unity 3. They added some foam here, which is great. You know, like the 808 has that clunkiness, and also the Kobe 9, as you guys all know, and also the Kobe 11, right? So I do like how they changed that up, right? But the foam, this is literally just a carrier. It's just on the outside. There's no foam underneath like this drop-in midsole, right? So this drop-in midsole, let's talk about it. So on top of the drop-in midsole, we have like this felt material, which I don't like because it's not super grip. I mean, it's all right. It grips your sock a little bit, you know, it's just like any other like Ortholite insole. But, you know, if you guys didn't know, like this material, this foam material is actually, no, now that I feel it, it's kind of not sticky, but like Lunarlon, for example, like the Kobe 8, Kobe 9, it grips your sock really well. It just feels really locked down when you put the shoe on, right? So I guess maybe it's just the texture of the foam, that's why they had to add this, but that kind of sucks. Also, of course, we have a little bit of the sidewall coming up, right? So for better lateral containment, although it doesn't come out that much though, like especially here in the forefoot, it only comes up a little bit, maybe like what, a centimeter or two, and then here in the heel it does come up a little bit more, but you know, it feels pretty good so far. And also this cushion is really thin, like this actual drop-in midsole, super duper thin. They did say it was made for like court feel, right? So that's good. You feel pretty damn low to the ground in the Cosmic Unity 3, but the cushion is so damn thin, especially here in the forefoot, and also here in the heel. It gets a little bit thicker, so there's a tiny bit of an offset, but yeah, the underfoot cushioning right now, it doesn't feel amazing. And that's definitely a huge disappointment, and that's definitely a huge letdown coming from the Cosmic Unity 2, because the Cosmic Unity 2, as you guys all know, had full-length zoom strobo, and same thing with the Cosmic Unity 1. So I feel like a lot of people will be sad about that, which because I am too. Like, what is this? What is this foam, guys? You know what I mean? Like, why? The cushion does not feel good. The only good thing about it is that it feels low to the ground, right? Stepping comfort doesn't even feel that good because, like I said, the foam is super thin. So there is the drop-in midsole and there is the cushioning setup there. Moving on to the materials. So they have a couple of materials that they're using. So they're using Flyknit and they're using what they're calling fly mesh, which I'm a little bit confused about, right? Where is the fly mesh? It says it's in the midfoot for better containment, which is confusing to me a little bit. But obviously we have a lot of Flyknit, right? And it feels super nice. And also I really like this like squiggly design. It kind of reminds me of Flightwire, I believe it was called, in the Luka 1s, where it reinforces the material and it's actually not glued on. Like when I first saw it, I was like, is that glued on? Because if it's glued on, then this will come off super easily, right? It's actually stitched onto the upper, so it's not gonna come off at all. So yeah, it feels thin, it feels comfortable on foot, it conforms to your foot extremely well, and it feels also super supportive. It doesn't stretch at all, so it's a really nice premium feeling material. I mean, they better give us a nice premium material for 170 bucks, you know what I mean? But yeah, it feels really nice here in the forefoot and stays extremely thin here in the midfoot as well. And then here in the ankle area, I would say there's a nice bit of padding, but it's like a different type of padding than like every other shoe, you know what I mean? Like this feels like more of like a memory foam. When you press it, obviously it compresses, right? But like stays there a little bit. Like regular foam, it kind of just doesn't do that. So that feels really nice and premium here in the back of the shoe. And also I really like the tongue. The tongue feels extremely nice, right? So it's an independent tongue, but it is held together in place by the strap, right? The laces go through the strap that goes through the tongue. So it kind of keeps it in place, but also it's like this, like a neoprene material, which feels absolutely amazing because it stretches a good amount, right? So when you like pull the tongue up like this, it kind of stretches over your foot and it feels really nice. There's a little bit of padding on there as well, which makes it feel like pretty comfortable and pretty cozy. Nothing too crazy, but it feels really nice. So yeah, I'm really liking the material choice here in the Cosmic Unity 3. I even feel like it's a little bit better than the 2. You know, the 2 was a little bit flimsier feeling. It felt a little bit more glued down as well. Although the Cosmic Unity 2 still had great quality materials, the 3 I feel like is a little bit better, although I don't really like the design all too much. And also we have a little bit of a stretchy knit, just this pink part, that's it. It's just stretchy. It doesn't do anything as far as like, it's not like a knit ankle collar where it kind of like stretches over your ankle. I don't know why they added that, but you know, there's that. And now moving on to the fit. I went true to size and it fits pretty damn snug, right? So lengthwise, I was good going true to size, right? So a pretty snug fit. So if you want that snug fit lengthwise, go true to size. Also here in the toe box is quite snug. It feels really nice. It's not as snug as the Jaw 1. The Jaw 1 is really snug. Here it's a little bit like looser, but it's still a nice snug fit, which I do like. And also as far as the width goes, I would say it's around normal width. It doesn't feel like it's squeezing the side of my foot all too much. So it's a really nice fitting shoe for me. You know, it fits pretty much perfectly and feels great. If you have a wide foot or you have a thick foot, maybe go up half a size. So there is the fit there. Moving on to the support and lockdown, it feels like it's gonna be very good as well. So for lateral containment, as you guys can see, there's not a whole lot going on here in the forefoot, right? But we can see all of this stitching, right? With this green like it looks like a vomit color. But we have all of this extra stitching, which really reinforces this material, right? So it feels really sturdy, very supportive. And then here in the midfoot, the foam comes up acting as a sidewall. And then here in the heel, we have a very thick and very hard TPU heel counter, like internal TPU heel counter. So lateral containment feels like it's gonna be very, very good. And also lateral stability feels like it's gonna be good as well. It doesn't like, there's no outrigger, right? The outsole doesn't protrude out that much, but the midsole protrudes out a little bit as well, giving you a wide, stable base. So lateral stability feels like it's gonna be good. And I guess we do have this mid-cut design as well, but it doesn't feel like it has amazing ankle support. You know, I still have good ankle mobility, so support and lockdown feels like it's gonna be good. And now moving on to the weight of the shoe, I feel like it's gonna be kind of heavy. It feels pretty damn heavy. It says it's a lightweight design in their tech specs, right? But it feels on the heavier side of things. I'm guessing like 14 ounces, right? So yeah, 14.36 is not lightweight, Nike. Guys, it's not lightweight. The Cosmic Unity 2 is actually, it feels a lot lighter. Yeah, so 12.1 ounces. So they added a whole bunch of weight to the Cosmic Unity 3, which definitely sucks. That's like 2 ounces heavier, right? Let's check the other shoe. Yeah, 14.25 ounces. So yeah, it feels pretty damn heavy on foot. It feels like a little bulky, but it feels very comfortable and cozy because of like the foam and like the tongue. And also, I guess the material is super premium. It feels nice, but like it definitely does feel heavy, right? Now moving on to the aesthetics. No, I hate it. It looks absolutely terrible. I hate the design of the upper, like all of this, like I don't know, like it looks like Flightwire. Yeah, I really don't like it. It looks terrible. Where's the swoosh? I'm trying to find the swoosh on this design. Okay, I guess we have the swoosh here, and also on the medial side. And then also I guess here in the heel. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the actual like shoe design, and also I really don't like this colorway. It's like a mix of pink and vomit green. I definitely feel like the Cosmic Unity 2 looks a lot better, especially this colorway. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, the Cosmic Unity 3 is feeling pretty good, but nothing amazing, right? The cushion is definitely a downgrade. The traction is feeling good so far though, I like that, but it's heavier as well, it's bulkier, it's also more expensive, which sucks, and it doesn't look as good. So I do have my doubts on it, but I feel like it'll be a pretty responsive feeling shoe, but you know, like I said, I don't think it's going to be amazing as far as my first impressions go. I am a little bit disappointed, especially comparing it to the Cosmic Unity 2, right? But anyways, that about wraps it up for my first impressions of the Cosmic Unity 3. Again, if you guys do want to cop either of these shoes, I'll try to leave an affiliate link in the description box, but that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.